Hello, I'm the Games Elite, and as many of us did when growing up, I love Disney. I love it with a passion. I love Disney so much that I actually have a poster of a Disney movie somewhere in this room. Not on this white wall, obviously, but it's somewhere. And as such, really hurt me to watch that movie, the House of Villains. So to make up with it, I decided to remember all the good times I've had with Disney, all the memories. So, in honor of that beautiful memory of Disney, I'm going to make a count. This is the first of many countdowns I'm going to be making, and first of all, we're going to have some commentations about what makes a Disney hero. Disney heroes, you see, there's a slight problem with them. The villains are much better characters. People remember the villains more, they're more fun to watch, they're more entertaining to watch. Once in a while, a very good hero comes along, and that hero usually is powerful, it leaves us with an impression of some sorts. So, today we're going to honor those guys. Here are the top 10 Disney heroes of all time. Number 10. Ariel from The Little Mermaid. Now, here's a rather selfish character. She's the princess of an underwater empire. She's given domain over the sea, which covers about 2/3 of the entire world, and yet the entire movie she's obsessed with going on land. Talk about screwed up priorities. I mean, you can be queen of the sea. That's like taking over the world.
Of course!
I gotta give Ariel props for pursuing her dreams so die-hard thoroughly. She always keeps her eye on the prize, and never once does she deviate from the path that she's decided to take. Even though she essentially was desperate enough to go to a giant big fat ball of delicious calamari to get those wishes. I'm starving. What is wrong with these people? Girls like Ariel always have dreams, but you gotta admire one who finally goes off and tries to do the best she can to reach those beautiful benefits.
Could be part of that world.
Number 9. Alice from Alice in Wonderland. Opposite problem here. Ariel was so obsessed with pursuing her dreams that she didn't see anything else and did everything she could to reach those dreams. Now Alice here, Alice is doing anything to avoid her fantasy land. I mean, yes, sure, she's a dreamer before she goes into Wonderland, but you have to admit, once you go into Psycho Babble Land, your dreams are kind of shattered by that point. Sure, she's a dreamer before going into Wonderland, but you have to admit that she got a lot more than she had bargained for after going down the rabbit hole. In Alice's case, I don't give her credit for following her dreams so much as keeping her sanity during that whole ordeal. I mean, seriously. How do you not go through all that insanity and not need psychotherapy in the end? I wouldn't be surprised if Alice is in the same place as Jack Nicholson's character in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Why you the what? Careful, she's stark, raving mad.
Now, for all joking aside, most of the problems Alice finds herself confronted with in the movie, she solves as peacefully as possible. Much like that Japanese movie that was released a while ago, where some girl goes somewhere where there's magic and there's ghosts and there's people turning into pigs. What was that name? Really obscure. Probably never heard of it. Didn't win any awards or anything like that. In the end of the day, Alice is just a girl going through a day of hell, pain, and drugs. Lots of drugs. And she came out alive, which is pretty nice. Number 8. Tarzan from Tarzan. For a normal human being without magical powers or any kind of special qualifications or anything like that, you sure there's a shitload of awesome stuff. I mean, seriously, Tarzan is the Chuck Norris of Disney. Okay? He is the Chuck friggin' Norris. The guy was raised by gorillas. He survives an elephant stampede. He kills the creature that killed his parents and his adoptive mother's child in the first half of the movie. All that in the first half of the movie. I mean, And in the second half, he saves his entire tribe from a bunch of people with guns and fights off somebody who uses a gun. All he uses like spears and knives and stupid stuff like that. The sheer scope of his deeds is enough to put on this list to begin with. Now, the only reason he's not higher up on my list is because, simply put, many of his deeds cause other people pain. You know, there's a reason why Kerchak didn't trust mankind, okay? Oh great, don't listen, please. Lead the poacher guy with the gun straight to your camp, why don't you? Despite being stupid, Tarzan was pretty much a good person. Everything he did was for the better good. He was a hero for all intents of the words, and was pretty awesome while doing so.
Yeah, man.
Number 7. Prince Philip from Sleeping Beauty. While Tarzan fought against realistic enemies that you can actually foresee someone fighting against, Prince Philip fought against the armies of hell itself, and their mistress of all evil, Maleficent. Yes, as a character, Prince Philip is essentially the flat, stereotypical hero. He does love Aurora, but he is rather boring. Despite that, you still like him. In that way, he's kind of like the Tuxedo Mask of the Disney Pantheon, wouldn't you say? His crowning moment of awesome is without a doubt when he defeats Maleficent, who had transformed into a great, gigantic dragon. Sure, the fairies helped him, but he threw the damn sword and fought the dragon. With a sword! That's kind of like walking up to a tank with a handgun and expecting that if you just shoot the thing right in the right manner, and that right little joint that's slightly out of niche, that somehow you'll shoot right through the tank, bam through the metal, pierce the pilot, operator's heart, and then magically have the tank explode. Okay, it doesn't happen that often. It's very unlikely. Prince Philip, the boring hero we all love to watch succeed. Number 6. Jack Skellington from The Nightmare Before Christmas. Talk about another one who wishes for something more. Jack Skellington is the king of Halloween, perhaps the greatest holiday of all time, and yet he's bored of it. Now, unlike Ariel, it's kind of more justified than Ariel's decided to just go off into the land, grow a vagina, and walk amongst mankind. The sea is massive, but Halloween Town is a small town obsessed with one day of the year. That's a bit different than, wanting to just grow a vagina, all that good stuff. Also, unlike Ariel, who has a witch do everything for her, Jack does everything by himself. He pursues his dreams the old-fashioned way, through hard work. Back-breaking, butt-binding, leg-snapping, dirtying shitload of work. And it takes a lot of work to convince the idiots of Halloween Town how to do Christmas, even if he doesn't get it himself. But think of how long it takes for Jack to actually get through the people's heads that Christmas is not Halloween. Think about that for a second. Now, plus, we all know he doesn't get it right in the end, but the fact of the matter is, we know he's a virtuous man, skeleton. Plus, he saves Santa Claus and the love of his life by beating a casino-loving bag of bugs, as though it's no big deal. He does it every day. It makes a lot more sense in context. You realize how stupid it was until I said it just now. And if that was enough to justify his spot in the list, he can friggin' recite Shakespeare with his head detached. I mean, how do you respond to that? I can't. Always spectral, always eager, and always dreaming, Jack Skellington is one of those characters you can't help but love.